Hey guys, welcome back once again to Crypto Educator. How you all doing today, guys? I've had a really tiring day, which is why I was listening to all of those healing sounds. Let me know in the comments if any one of you do believe in these kind of things, because for a lot of people these things are kind of voodoo shit and these things don't work out. But guys, honestly, I'm going to tell you straight up, sounds have a huge impact over the state of the mind that you have overall, right? So if you're trading in the markets, you have to be cool as a fucking cucumber. If you're simply hot-headed and everything is displeasing around you, then probably not going to perform nicely in the market altogether as a trader, guys. Which is why you have to identify what is the best state of mind for you, and then you have to proceed with your systematic approach in the market to make money in the long term, guys. With that said, let's talk about what's happening on Bitcoin, Cardano and Solana, guys, and we'll probably take a look at Ethereum as well. But the thing right here is the fact that Bitcoin is simply slipping and sliding against this simple grind line and is situating below the 55 symbol on the 4 hour, guys. This calls for a consolidation. This simply calls for a small to mid time frame consolidation and a potential revisit down all the way towards 45,000, guys. We're going to be having a retest at 45,000 once again, right? But essentially this entire trend's continuation would potentially start happening once we start establishing simply a 4 hour trend above 46,500 would mean that yes, we're going to be continuing this entire leg to the upside, and this grind will have a good looking resolution, which is going to be having nice targets at 48, guys. Now the first attempt at 48 was not that nice. We simply got fucked off back below into the support zones, but essentially that doesn't mean that the trend has changed overall, guys. You can see the downside posturing of all of these moving averages has started looking completely nice, right? We can see that the 350, the 200 and the 144 moving average are simply inclined to the upside, which means that yes, we can expect the price action to simply drift to the upside. But essentially, guys, we have to proceed with caution right here because we're dealing with support. I do believe that yes, we can speculate on the price action simply bouncing from these levels, but until the RSI has this kind of posture right here, expecting a simple breakout in the market is something which is off the cards, guys. It's simply off the table right here. I mean, essentially you want the RSI to be trending like this, and essentially you want the RSI to be situated above the 60 reads, at least on the 4 hour time frame. That is when you can simply attempt a breakout, right? Or you can simply go for a breakout trade on Bitcoin itself, which is not potentially going to happen anytime soon because the RSI is weakening from these levels. MACD, although being a pretty laggy indicator, honestly, guys, this is starting to show up some hopes right in the market. So let's see what happens when Bitcoin visits these levels at 44,500, or let's just say 45,000 altogether, rounded off. And if the bounce comes from these levels and your RSI starts curling around as well, that is when most likely the market participants are going to be simply confident, and that is when you can be most likely targeting a good looking move all the way towards 51 and beyond, guys. For the time being, the picture is more or less consolidation, right? I mean, right at the start of the week, nobody wants to see a fucking consolidation. We want breakouts or breakdowns. Essentially, we want volatility in the market as soon as the week starts. But honestly, it's going to spend some time right here, guys. With that said, let's talk about Cardano right here, which is looking quite pretty. This price action is quite nice, guys, and the thing is that I like this kind of fractal right here. You can see that the first expanse came from all the way down at 80 cents, and we did take out this long-term resistance area, guys, to the upside, which means that this kind of reversal is for real as of now. And in the small time frames, we are kind of rolling like this. We are setting in higher lows again and again as we simply proceed to the upside, which means that, guys, Cardano has a real chance to simply continue this leg all the way towards your $1.5 regions, guys. This is something which I've been targeting on ADA for a very long time. Am I in a trade on Cardano? Yes, guys, I'm long on Cardano to these levels, and obviously it's not a financial advice. What I try to do in the market is simply my insights and my actions. Should not really formulate your opinions as well, or you should not FOMO or anything like that, guys. You should have your own trading skill and trading edge in the market, and you have to repeat your systematic approach again and again and again and again. Nobody becomes a millionaire overnight with one single long position, guys. Essentially, most of my risk management is going to be below $1.15 region. So if I see Cardano trending on the 4 hour time frame below 1.15, most likely I'm going to be targeting these levels at first and then revisit down back towards the 200 symbol on the 4 hour. But essentially, until the structure is being maintained like this, most likely we do proceed all the way towards 1.5, guys, and this is something which I'm targeting, right? So if I simply talk about the risk to reward ratios coming from a long exposure right here, we talk about this entire zone right here being your let's say if you want to jump into a long position right now, this is what your risk to reward is going to be looking like, 5.45, which is essentially nice. I mean, this is, well, honestly a good looking R&R. But essentially, guys, look, the thing is that if Bitcoin loses $45,000, to hell with this fucking shit right here, because most likely we're going to be going down into gutter once again, and the trends are going to be looking like shit once again, right? So it kind of depends on Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys, which is why caution, vigilance, risk management, and systematic approach. If you don't do that, market is going to be getting the best of you again and again and again and again. With that said, let's talk about Solana, which is kind of losing momentum right at your $144 regions, guys. We were targeting this level right here, the last breakdown, which was quite humongous, guys. This breakdown came from 144 regions, and the downtrend was massive. It was a one straight line down, guys. 40% down move on Solana, right? With Bitcoin and Ethereum also accelerating to the downside, this move was quite horrific, honestly. I do remember this day. And essentially, guys, we did retest this area of liquidity right here, and essentially, let's just say it needs some consolidation before attempting a real breakout of the upside. Most likely we extend our stretch all the way down towards 120, and I'm going to be expecting Solana to get immediately picked up if we see Solana trending at 120, guys. I think that this is going to be the key area of interest. Let's try to talk about the VPVR volume nodes as well. Let's see if that is going to give us anything in the market as of now. High volume nodes coming at 113, so not giving us a lot, guys. Look, essentially we have a volume vortex right here, right? You can see, guys, you can simply see right here. I mean, this was your high volume node. We kind of getting rejected as of now, so we don't have much volume for a support in the small to mid time frames, all the way down towards 113, honestly. So this particular downtrend can kind of can kind of simply extend all the way towards 111 and maybe lower than that as well. But essentially, guys, the cause for concern for this entire trend would begin once the 4-hour starts trending below this 55 simple as a whole. Essentially, if you see Solana going below 118, 120 on a 4-hour trending basis, most likely the down leg is going to be extending all the way towards 110, guys. So the easiest side of this bullish trade has already played out. So if you're simply leveraging yourself out on Solana or something like that, time to be fucking cautious in the market altogether, guys. Let's see what's happening in these extreme small time frames, because this is kind of accelerating as of now. Kind of, is it breaking any structure to the downside? I hope it's kind of doing that, honestly, guys. It's kind of losing this structure. The downside targets, although, it's going to be somewhere here, kind of aligning with the support as well. So yes, guys, we can expect Solana coming at 120 regions, but let's see, most likely in the small time frames we will have a bounce and a retest towards 55 simple. If Bitcoin simply goes sideways for the rest of the day, maybe Solana simply does something like this, right? We go all the way towards these levels and we continue this downtrend, and then we start this leg to the downside all the way towards 120. And whatever happens, right, is going to be key deciding factor for this entire bullish wave as well, guys, because it's going to be very, very critical. What Solana is doing is it's simply potentially reversing from key levels right here. And look, guys, essentially I do believe that $80, $75 regions altogether were good looking buying opportunities on Solana for at least 2 to 3 months altogether. So the first leg expanse was pretty much nice in the market, and essentially if you do want this structure to hold, you really don't want to lose 618, guys. Although this is like literally at $100, right? I mean, essentially a lot of focus towards your 117. That is also aligning with your volume nodes. Let me get back to the 4-hour time frame. I do believe that the 3-day extension is completely aligning with the high volume nodes as well. Yes, you can kind of argue about that fact that maybe this is the key area of interest in the coming days, guys. So let's kind of expect a lot of choppy behavior coming on Solana, literally at the rejection coming from 144. So we do have a well-defined range on Solana, guys. Most likely it kind of drifts sideways for some time, and any resolution above 144 or 145, let's just say on a daily trending basis, is going to be a clear-cut signal that we're going to be continuing this up leg all the way towards the 618 coming at $180 or $190 altogether. That is the ultimate target for Solana to the upside, guys. But you can see that there is a lot of resistance right here. I mean, a lot of trading activity going on right here. So yes, we can expect a humongous amount of chop once Solana starts going above 144 as well. It's not going to be a straight line to the upside, guys. The straight line upside trade was right here at this volume vortex. I mean, essentially there was nothing going on right here, which is why that trade for 100, let's just say 110 to 140 was like a easy trade in the market. You don't get to see these trades in the market, guys. I did post the trade on the Discord community. We started getting long on Solana at 95 regions, and I was kind of following up with the updates as well. If you've not joined the Discord server, do that, and I will catch all of you pretty soon, guys. Bye for now.